Okay then, so welcome to the possibly last but one video in this building my pool little series of videos. So it's going well and I'll show you exactly what is going on. This video is all about the coping, so we're putting the coping on, film this in direct sunlight, which isn't great. So I'm going to show you a little bit about the coping and getting all of that on, and then a little bit of concrete in. And then we'll cut back to this video where I walk around the corner. But before I do that, could you just do a big thumbs up? It really helped on the last one. So just do a quick thumbs up and feel free to ask any questions or anything in the comments like most of you did last time as well. But yeah, here we go. Let's start with a little bit of tiling.
Right then, so first of all, needed to flatten out the top of the walls because they weren't perfectly level, because I didn't have them damage help when we did the pour for the walls. The tops weren't great. So yeah, got the 4 corner tiles cut, and it was a large tile cut bang in half, so we didn't have any waste. And used a piece of string around the outside to make sure that they were all set nicely, and they were set with a 25mm overlap on the inside edge of the pool to account for a little bit of render, but there's still a bit of an overlap. And the outside of the tiles we sloped slightly into each corner, so the water runs away into the drainage, and then attached a few string lines down each side so that you can make nice long straight runs perfectly with the string, like that long run there, which looks quite nice. And we've still got to sand the underneath of the tile. And then started to proceed to go down the far end, the near end here of the pool, wetting the surface up a little bit with the tile adhesive. These were heavy tiles. And then the same down the other end of the pool that's got the ledge. And you can see that I have had help to do this, yeah, to speed things up a little bit. And then finally the last part is done.
Flags are still up, but I'm now finding every single last bit of hardcore broken bricks and blocks and stuff to pad that out a little bit, ready for concreting that last area, which will be nice because that'll bring everything up to the same kind of standard, which is just plain dusty concrete. So we've just finished concreting this last bit. I did all the mixing. I didn't time lapse it. You're just going to see a lot of concrete getting poured in there. So yeah, that's nice because at least we can use that area and it's not full of stones. Also shuttered and concreted this little part here, just a little kind of shelf area, and that'll be all nice and concrete. Put something nice on the front there, Now when we can take that off, we can put the heater on there. That looks nicely cured. So now I'm going to do the nice part and remove the timber. Also, that looks like it's gone off as well. Just provides a nice neat edge to put the equipment in front of. And that's just enough space to fit, hopefully, 4 sun chairs. And there we go. That's now removed, revealing concrete the whole way around the pool, and it's all 30mm lower than the finished floor height, because we're going to put tile adhesive and tiles on there afterwards. And here we go. This is what it looks like. There we go. So yeah, the coping is all on, and that was hard work. They were big tiles, but they do look pretty good. So I'll just do a little walk around, and it's nice to have the concrete on the patio as well. But yeah, there's an overhang there which I'm going to be battening out with some 2x2s or something like that, and then I'll put some you know, some cement board or something on the sides with some finish, maybe those slate tiles over there around the outside to finish that off. But yeah, overall I'm pretty happy with the results. Go back here, it's a lovely day as well, and I'll get a nice shot like that. So a bit more of a close-up. There you go, you can see that that is now ready to put the equipment on and to run all the pipes. That'll be in the next video, hopefully. Bit early for the sunches and the parasol, I know, but I couldn't resist. And yeah, that's what the tiles look like from that angle. And we'll walk around and do it from this angle as well, and that's what they look like. So for part 2 of this video, I'm going to talk about the finish that I'm going to do. Let's flip the screen up so I can see what I'm doing. The finish on the inside, which is going to be slightly different to what I initially said in a video before. I'm going to go with a slightly different product, which I will talk to you about now. I clip it in. Okay, so I was going to go with Basecrete on here, which is a wonder product, which I'm sure is amazing, but with import duty and everything, it was going to come in at like £4,500 at least, and I needed to do a course in Europe in order to get the guarantee. It's just too much for my budget, which I will share with you when I finished. But £4,500 is a substantial chunk of it, almost a third of everything. So I won't be going with Basecrete, and I'll be going with something a bit different, which is this. So this is a Mapai product. It's called Mapai AR1GG. It's grey, and it is designed to bond these panels to a range of different substrates. I'm going to go with it. I mean, it's about 400 quid to do 2 4mm layers. So the first layer, so I'll lift this mesh up. The first layer will get troweled onto the walls directly. Then we'll put the mesh in when it's kind of going off. We'll trowel the mesh into it whilst it's still soft. Let it go off, and then we'll do a second coat over the top of that. And then once that's done, I'll paint the inside with the epoxy paint that lasts up to 10 years if you have a well-balanced pool, in a medium dark grey, I think, because the water will take on a really nice natural blue colour. And over the top of that paint, what I could do is do a kind of 30 centimetre tile line around the water line. Might be a bit of a step in the tile, so they might be rounded or something, but that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, so you know, if you're doing a pool out of ICF, then I think Basecrete's still probably the best solution to go with. But with my budget and funds, you know, I've still got to do all the patio and get all that sorted as well over the top of the concrete. I think this is the best solution for me. It's not especially tried and tested for this. So yeah, wait and see. One other thing that I haven't told you about is I'm gonna need to sand the bottom of all of these here so that they're all straight with a 45-degree chamfer on them as well. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And just one more reminder, do a big like if you already haven't. Oh, there's one other thing. I'll unclip the camera. I'll just show you what I've got in the shed. So this isn't too exciting, but we've got the sand filter in there, which is going to be full of little glass balls. The reconditioned pump has arrived, I got for a decent price, and I also got an inline chlorine feeder. I will be going with salt, but initially it'll be very basic chlorine. That's arrived as well, along with 3 or 4 bags or sacks of glass that are in that box. Is that working? Hopefully you can see me. Yeah, so we'll get on with unboxing all of that, putting it on the pad and finishing off the plumbing and the rendering in the next video. Fingers crossed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.